This episode is a special encore presentation of Work Trends. Welcome to the Work Trends podcast from Talent Culture. I'm your host, Megan Mbiro. Every week, I interview interesting people who are reimagining work. And be sure to check out our Work Trends Twitter chat events calendar located at talentculture.com on the podcast page. Welcome to the Talent Culture Work Trends podcast, sponsored today by Social Flowers. I am Megan Mbiro. Today we're looking at the rise of personalized products and experiences in business. Joining us is Brian Gomes, CEO of Social Flowers, a company that is reinventing how people send flowers. And here's a tip. Listen closely and all the way through because Brian is unveiling a unique offer just for you, our loyal listeners. Brian Gomes is the CEO of Social Flowers and Florist One. He is passionate about using creative technology to improve lives, and he believes in the importance of giving back. Brian began his career as an engineer, which gave him an analytical mindset that carried through in his work in information technology. Working as an e-commerce developer helped him develop an understanding of the daily work he would go on to manage. As CEO of Social Flowers and Florist One, Brian is involved with all aspects of the business, focusing on technology to enable flower sales, affiliate programs and partnerships, customer service, and quality control. Florist One was established in 1999 and has delivered more than 1.5 million flower orders across the U.S. and Canada. Brian's companies have thrived by creating customers, employees, and partners with fairness and kindness, by communicating effectively to improve efficiency, and by seeking to learn and improve from all experiences. Brian, I am so happy to have you here on the show today.
Great. Thank you for having me.
Let's dive right in, shall we?
Absolutely.
So what is Social Flowers and how does it change sending flowers?
Social Flowers offers a different way of sending flowers. Normally, you need to provide a delivery address. With Social Flowers, you don't. You just need an email address, mobile number, or social media contact. The recipient receives a link. They provide the delivery address. We keep information private, and we deliver across the US and Canada through local florists. And what I think this does is this changes the way of sending flowers because now you can send flowers to anyone. For example, you can send flowers to someone on LinkedIn or a professional contact. You can send flowers for get well, thank you, or to celebrate an achievement. In the early stages of dating, you don't have someone's address, but with Social Flowers, you can send them flowers. You could send flowers to an influencer. And here's a way I've used Social Flowers. A friend was having surgery. I didn't know when or where the surgery was happening. I'd been to her house, but it had been a few years ago, and I no longer had her address. So I sent her Social Flowers. She was at home. She chose to receive them there. Had she been at the hospital, she could have received them there. So Social Flowers lets you send flowers to anyone. It's not just about flowers, but I think it's about the connection you can make to someone through flowers.
I think this is so cool. The first thing that grabbed me when we talked was you can just literally have somebody's social media profile, or you can have an email, or like all the different options, right?
Yes, it really makes it easy because just some type of digital contact is needed. When you think about it, there's so many people that are in your life, but you don't necessarily have an address for. And this is solving that problem because now you can send flowers to anyone and not have to worry about an address. I'll drive to people's homes, but I won't necessarily know their address because I just know their house.
There you go. So we are solving the problem of literally giving flowers, sending flowers, making somebody's day. And I have to ask you, I'm totally curious, any trends that you're seeing in terms of, ways people are sending flowers or niches that are really popular more so than others?
Yes, the most popular niche is romance and dating. I think that flowers are naturally connected to romance and dating. And particularly, Social Flowers makes sense because in the early stages of dating, you don't have an address. and here is a way you can send flowers and still respect and maintain that privacy of the person.
That's huge.
Yes. And another usage or niche would be LinkedIn or professional. We are seeing it sent in a business context and for the various reasons, once again, of thanking, celebrating, even sympathy flowers through a business context. And then the traditional reasons for sending flowers, such as get well, funeral, and sympathy, they are also niches for social flowers.
Love it. Thanks for that intel. So with any products, there's going to be customization, right? I mean, what have you learned? Tell us about the custom products being launched by Social Flowers.
Absolutely. I think the first place to start is what florist websites currently let you do. And that is they have a set of products at a certain price, and the customer must choose from those products. We're excited to offer something different now, and that's with our custom products. And we have sender's choice and recipient's choice. Sender's choice, it lets the customer set the price and they'll choose colors, flower types, and style of container. So for example, somebody might want something that is in red and white, and they might like roses and carnations, and they want that in a low vase. And that's what they would get. With recipient's choice, it's similar in that the sender sets the price, but the recipient now chooses colors, flower types, style of container. And I think this is useful for when a sender isn't sure of what the recipient wants and they're letting them decide.
That is so cool. So it becomes this collaboration potentially.
Absolutely. And I think it's really us saying we're not sure exactly what you want, and we're letting the customer and recipient tell us what they want.
Which is pretty much what we want. We want to be more custom these days because we have the technology there to do so, right?
Absolutely. And I think an important aspect is that the customer is getting what they want.
Oh, absolutely. Now, let's take a short break to get an update from our advertiser, WorkHuman. Got a case of the workplace blahs? Break them at WorkHuman Live, HR and Leadership's award-winning event for mastering work's biggest challenges. WorkHuman Live is more than just a conference. It's a movement empowering leaders across the world to create positive change at work, both individually and organizationally. Learn from visionaries like Adam Grant, Cy Wakeman, and Trevor Noah. Grow your network and get inspired to make work more human. It's all happening May 12th through the 15th, minutes from Denver. Use code WorkTrends20 for 20% off registration at workhumanlive.com. That's WorkTrends20. Now back to the podcast and our special podcast guest, Social Flowers. So Brian, you told us a few minutes ago about the custom products being launched by Social Flowers. Now tell us a little bit more why customization is so important in business today. Let's go a step further.
Yes. Well, a Deloitte consumer review found that more than 50% of consumers are interested in custom products, and more than 20% of those were willing to pay more for a custom product. So as we just mentioned, that it's important for customers and that they get what they want. And it also lets them express themselves and be creative. They can take pride in being part of the process. And I think it lets them stand out and feel special by receiving something unique. There are many benefits for businesses. Primarily, I think the most important would be that it increases sales and helps repeat purchases, but it also helps with brand awareness and being remembered, because businesses with custom products are going to stand out from competitors. They are creating something unique in their brand offering, and they can gain loyalty from that and be seen as a company that listens. And I think this is a really important aspect of it, because it's an aspect of humility by the business. They're saying, we don't know what you want, help us understand. And I think this helps humanize a brand.
Oh, completely. That's why I love it so much, what you just mentioned, right? And it's custom. You don't feel like you're getting flowers like everybody else is getting flowers. I mean, speaking of, I'm kind of curious, and if you're out there in the Work Trends community, we want to hear from you as well. What's the most popular way right now in your platform, in your community for sending flowers? Do you have some breakdowns for us on any of that? I'm just curious.
And are you talking about about the niches and the usages?
Yeah.
The most common right now is romance and dating. In the early stages, once again, we don't know someone's address. So that is the largest proportion of our users. It is also being used in a professional environment through LinkedIn and to professional contacts. Get well and sympathy are other usages. I think every way in which flowers were sent previously marries well to social flowers, and particularly it's enabling things from the not having to provide an address.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. So listen, you recently went viral on Twitter. Or shall we call it X? Could you tell us about that experience and what you learned from it?
I'm going to call it Twitter.
There you go.
But it was a fantastic experience for us. It happened in May of this year. We went viral on Twitter with 4.2 million views in a day. We had 10,000 retweets, 38,000 likes, 15,000 bookmarks. I thought Twitter was broken. I saw the retweets flipping around like a clock.
It's very much still alive, everyone. If you're out there taking notes.
Yeah. I thought it was taken over by bots, but it was alive. And going viral was an accident for us, as most viral occurrences are. And this is how it happened. A former recipient of Social Flowers quote tweeted, and that means she tweeted a response to another tweet. The original tweet was, "How long y'all wait before asking for someone's address?" And her tweet in response was, "Random, but socialflowers.com lets you send flowers to anyone with an email address, mobile number, or social media." And she linked to our website. And it took off from there. This was an affirmation of the excitement I've personally seen when I speak about social flowers to people. But this was a really nice validation for us online, because when people visited our website, it stood up and was appealing from the look and feel, the copy, the messaging, the pictures of happy people with flowers on our website. This all helped us go viral. And this was a validation that we were doing things right on our website and in our business. And this is exciting, but I don't want it to be the time we went viral. I want it to be the first time we went viral.
You go. I love that about you. Seriously. And the other thing I want people listening at home or wherever you are around the globe is that this wasn't a paid influencer.
No, it wasn't. This was a former recipient that was just passionate, enthusiastic about our service. And what's really neat is she helped us go viral, but she's now our social media manager.
Oh, that's cool. See? Organic. It's still a thing. Organic relationships, organic social media. It still matters, right? You built a relationship and now you're collaborating more deeply.
And what was so nice is she was out there answering questions like she had written our copy. I would praise her and then I would link to our copy for her explaining our service so well. So absolutely, she was a natural fit for us. We hope that there's more viral hits to come with her.
Well, listen, I've got some very exciting news. If you're out there in the audience today, let's talk. Do you have an incentive for our listeners to use Social Flowers?
Yes, absolutely. We're excited to offer listeners a $30 credit on their first order. Please visit socialflowers.com/talent culture podcast. That's socialflowers.com/talent culture podcast. You can create an account for free and you'll receive a $30 credit on your first order. And we'd love any feedback or comments on our socials, or you can reach out personally to me on LinkedIn about custom products, about Social Flowers, or I'd love to hear about your business as well.
Brian Gomes, you are a rock star and you are following the data, but most importantly, you're a good human. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, that means so much to me. Thank you for having me. It was awesome to be here.
Thanks for joining us today, and I hope you enjoyed today's conversation as much as I did. You can hear all of our Work Trends podcasts on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and beyond. And be sure to subscribe so you can listen on the go and stay up to date on all the latest news you need. Catch up with you next time, and I hope today's information made you wiser, happier, and more informed.